Back here in the shop again. Little update. Got this fuel rail back on and new lines. I just have them snugged up for now. I cleaned that bore on that injector 7 and it looks pretty good. So I put that injector 7 back in, or the new one back in, and I replaced all these tiny little O-rings on the return side for this return line. And I got the CP4 in, so, and I got the cam gear timed with it. I was reading that that's not necessary. I read that's for noise, vibration, harshness. So I don't know, but I wanted to be sure and do that. Not sure how I'm gonna torque this bolt in here on this gear for that yet, without the motor turning over, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. So tomorrow I gotta get a crow's foot, get all these injector lines tightened up, and then I'm gonna start on this side. This side should be a lot more straightforward. I did the harder side first, so that's that. So we got another update here. Third day in a row that I worked on the truck. So the deal was here is I got the CP4 in. I got all these I cleaned this fuel rail and got all new lines and replaced injector 7 as I said yesterday. So today I got the vacuum. I torqued this nut for the CP4, put a new gasket on this vacuum pump, which is a common problem anyways. So that's that. Oh yeah, I got a new light. So I can actually see, which if I could, it's LED, it's messing with the camera a little bit, it looks like, but if I could recommend anything, I would recommend to get a big light like this, because if you can't see, you can't do anything. So this is just today alone, everything's went 100 times smoother because of this light. But it is messing with the camera a little bit, so we'll have to see if I might turn it off in the future and just use a regular little flashlight if it is actually messing with the camera. So basically this thing was gonna be, I was gonna get all the fuel buttoned up probably tomorrow, and just leave all the accessories off and take these rags out of the intake and try to start it up to make sure that that's all that's wrong with this thing, and then button the rest of the truck up if it is, or diagnose something if I need. My main concern is I might need another injector somewhere, which brings up a point why this repair came to a screaming halt here. I was just putting all these little O-rings, if you can see right here. I might turn this off because on my end it's really messing with the camera. Let's see here. There's these little O-rings on the injector here. I was putting these on, and I think that's an injector number 1 way in the back corner. I was putting that one on and I noticed that it's loose. Let's see here. See that? Oh, it's loose. That's not normal. None of the other ones are loose. So I said, what the heck? Is that really messed up? And I came over here and you can see there's been fuel leaking down this side of the head, so pretty sure that injector's broke. I was going through and getting this fuel rail cleaned and just about ready to put back on. I was going to put the rest of the lines on and then get all the crossover high pressure fuel lines on, and then I was going to do the disaster prevention kit on the supply lines. So that's where I was going. All that was going to happen in the next hour or two, and instead I had to get right on the phone and order an injector. So not a big deal. I can order another one too if I try to start the truck and it needs another injector. I can order all 8, you know. I just don't want to order them and not need them. So yeah, guys, that injector isn't going to be here till next week, so I'm just going to put this thing on hold and relax, I guess. So I'll get all these videos edited and put up, and by that time I'm guessing, you know, I'll probably almost have the injector by then. And
traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. Traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
back here in the shop today. Finally got that injector came in. So we got that. That's number 4 injector way in the back there. Got that put in. Got everything put together enough. I got the fuel system buttoned up enough just to try to start it. I got all the accessories off still. So I guess you'd say this is the moment of truth. I just plugged the exhaust with this plate. I don't have any of the water pump stuff on, none of the intakes, because it won't be pumping any water because the belts are off. So I'm gonna throw a battery in it and see if she fires up. Oh, got a leak. Oh, I forgot. I know exactly what I forgot. Look at that mess. Hurry up. Hurry up. Oof. Well, there's a mess for us. That right there is what happens when you get in a little bit of a hurry. Forgot this line right here. See if I can. I'm happier than shit right now, I'll tell you that much. Looks like we can get this thing put back together. Thanks guys, we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, well, she runs. As far as I can tell, it runs pretty smooth. Sounds like, you know, the base engine's good. There's no rod knocks or anything like that I can tell right now. I didn't want to leave it running for too long because we still need to put, you know, everything back together here, and you know, there was no coolant running through anything or anything like that. Plus, I want to get the fuel filters changed before I run, you know, before I run it really. So the next step would be to get the rest of everything put back together. I got some gaskets coming this week, some special gaskets for that coolant crossover. They're kind of hard to come by, so yeah, once we get the rest of it put back together, my plan is, you know, to drive it and see, maybe not drive it right away, but get it out of the garage and let it idle, you know, for a good half hour, get all the air bubbles out of it, and then go in my scan tool and check all the injector contributions. That'll tell me if the rest of the injectors are good. And you know, now that I've done all this stuff in here, I feel like I'll be able to get to the injector. If there is another one bad, I'll be able to finagle my way in there to get it out with the truck put back together. So yeah, other than that, I think we're gonna call that a video here, and thanks for sticking with us and coming along the ride. I do need to still mess with the right rear before I can drive it. Seems like the parking brake's stuck on back there. I did put it into drive and reverse and it moved back and forth, so that's always a good sign. Other than that, I think we're gonna call it a day here. I really wanted to just, since that injector came in, I was really excited just to see if it would start up, and it did. So I think we can handle everything else from here. You know, if anything else small is wrong, we can handle it, and I'm happier than hell, guys. Thanks a lot again. See ya.